guys, Long Haul Larry, Big Blue. It is July 7th, 2019. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. We are in Remington, Indiana. This is where we made it to. I actually could have made it up to that Flying J up there by 30. I had the hours, but I was out of fuel, and I pulled in here, and the pilot right across the street. And I pulled into Pilot right across the street, and I had to get some fuel, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I got 211 miles to go, got plenty of time, don't need to be there till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm showing that I'm going to be arriving at about 4 p.m. And I thought, why not? Let's just shut it down. I'm probably not back, still in my full trucker mode. I was a little tired and stuff. But I hate parking at that Pilot. That is just a place that you just asking to get your hood ripped off in. So I decided to park over here at the Petro. And had me a good sleep. Got me about 8.5, almost 9 hours of sleep. And I'm ready to go now. I actually need to call my daughter. I've been texting her back and forth, my oldest daughter over in Minnesota. I'm so proud of her. She, you know, she's never done any kind of construction stuff. You know, she's been around stuff, but as I've done it, stuff around here and there. She's been around, but never really helped, you know. I had 2 daughters, and, you know, they just weren't into that thing. They're more into, you know, hanging out with their friends and texting the boys and stuff, and we're really never into that kind of work and stuff. But now she's got her own house, now she's gotten kind of into this and wants to do some remodeling stuff. And I went over there and I tried to helping her, and I gave her, you know, I bought her like a whole bunch of tools and stuff to kind of get her kind of a start on all this. Actually, for Christmas, I bought the both of them. I bought them a whole DeWalt cordless tool set with a saw and drill and impact drill and this little flashlight, this whole deal I bought for him. And you know, I've been there and start to buy stuff, and you go and you buy the cheap junk, and then 6 months later the things don't work, or they work like crap. So I decided to buy them just a real good quality set to start out. Then when you're over there, I was like, okay, we need this, and we need, you know, I was buying them all kinds of tools and stuff to kind of give them a start. And when I was over there and doing all this with her, she was working with me real hard with it, and I tried to teach her as I was going along. I tried to teach her and her husband some things and stuff, and she paid attention. Because, you know, I put together all the plumbing, you know, in the whole place, and I did some electrical work. And I didn't get everything done, but there was a fitting that was leaking. And her husband, actually, she talked to me and asked, you know, what to do, and I told her, and she actually was able to get it repaired. She was able to actually take apart some copper piping and clean it up and put it back together and re-solder it together, and she got it and it didn't leak. And so she got it fixed up herself, which is really cool. So she's very happy about that. She said she feels like a real badass, she says. So there you go. That's your new nickname. So she's real good, but I have to give her a call. I just thought about it just when I looked at the date. Today is her birthday, and I need to just give her a call and just tell her happy birthday. I've actually been texting her back and forth about a couple different things. The code or whatever, I guess the toilet has to be so many inches away from the bathtub, and so she's trying to figure out how to make this work. And with the original setup of the room, it's not going to fit within the code. It's going to be like 1.5 inches shy of what they say it should be. I'm not really sure about that because, you know, what's she supposed to do? Knock out a wall and move a sewer pipe, you know, or something like this, or knock out walls and move the bathtub, you know. It's not like it's tight or anything. It's just fine. It's normal, but I don't know. I kind of think it would be grandfathered in, but she's going to talk to the guy tomorrow on the permits and see what he has to say. Otherwise, she'll have to. She was thinking about angling the toilet in the corner so that it would give it more room. She'll figure it out. I need to give her a call and wish her a happy birthday. I was looking through a few of the comments. I haven't had a chance to really answer stuff. I pumped on a bunch of videos last night just to try to make up for this last week. I did do video in here and there and stuff as I was doing stuff, and I tried to tie some of the videos in of stuff that was relevant. I let you guys know what I did for the week that was off and all my traveling around, and try to get those videos shot out to you guys, get you guys caught up with what's been going on. And saw a lot of the comments and everything else. But I just started reading through a few of them, and I don't have time right now. Maybe tonight I'll catch up on the comments and start answering some stuff. And I think maybe I'll get back to the answering comment videos that I used to do a lot. Haven't been doing those, so maybe I'll start doing those where I answer certain comments on a video, and it kind of gives everybody the answers people are looking for. I did see on there Carlos. I saw he put on there because I said that I bought a PS4, I bought another PS4, and I was down in my daughter's basement over there in Minnesota trying to hook up with a game with her husband and now my other daughter's fiance, which his name is Tyler. Gotta remember his name. I need to say it a lot so I can remember his name. And I tried to do that and stuff, and Carlos said, hey, I forgot that you used to be a gamer and a zombie killer and stuff. Because I did mention that in the videos a long time ago that I do once in a while like to play, like gaming and stuff. And he said, how about giving out your gamer tag so that we can find you, maybe kill zombies with you. And sure, I can do that. If you are on the PlayStation or whatever, I have a PlayStation 4. I don't know if it matters if you got an older one. I think it does. But I guess they call it a gamer tag or whatever. My name on there is, guess what? Long Haul Larry. That's what I made it. So if you go on there and you search for on the PS4 and you search, it'll be Long Haul Larry. And my little avatar dude, just so when you find it and you go, oh, is this him? It's like a mummy, little cartoon looking little mummy dude is my avatar. So if you're ever interested in that, right now the only games that I have is the Call of Duty ones. And I have, right now I just have an older game that I brought with me. And that's Black Ops 3. And I'm pretty good at that zombies maps on there. I actually logged on there, put it on there, and the first night I logged on there and I found some guys and we started to play a game and they're all like, hey, we want to do the Easter egg. And I'm like, you know, does anybody know how to do the Easter egg? And I'm like, yeah, I know how to do it. So I walked these three guys through how to do the Easter egg, and we were actually able to finish a map and do the whole Easter egg, and they were all excited. And they're like, oh my goodness, you're the best, Long Haul Larry. And I'm like, yeah, I've done this before. The other one I have is the Call of Duty World War II. I don't know if that's the latest one. I don't think so. I think there's a Black Ops 4, and I think there's a Black Ops 5 coming out this fall. It's been a little while since I've been in it, but I got World War II, and do multiplayer, you know, to shoot up games and stuff like that. But you can find me on there. I have to get a TV. I'm actually going to get a TV in Big Blue. So once in a while, and I'm kicking back, you know, waiting for an download or something like that, maybe I'll fire up the PS4. And if I'm on there, you'll see me on there, and you can join in on a game or something like that. And I do have a mic and stuff that I use on there, so we can actually sit there and talk while we play and stuff too. So like I said, my user tag is Long Haul Larry. Imagine that. Did see some other stuff, other comments on there just real quick. I can't remember who said it. I'm guessing. I saw a couple people who said the same thing. Asked if Big Blue is all repaired up. No. I guess he took it in a couple places or whatever. He had the alignment checked on it. And the alignment came back okay and everything. I guess they said that they think there were some bad tires. They said that the tires were actually out of round or something. Something was wrong with the tires and the cords or something in the tires or something. That's why they've let loose like that. And they're actually they had to order the tires to match these or something. I don't know if there's some kind of warranty issue or something. But they were supposed to come in on Monday and they didn't. And then they were supposed to be on Wednesday and they didn't. But he said they're supposed to be in. They guaranteed that they'd be in there by this Monday. So probably when I get back out to Frederick, he'll probably have me run over to the tire place and they'll probably change the tires around. Other things, he took it in a few different places, had a few different little things done, but he took it into the Bowman shop, had them try to figure out a few things, but he was like, they don't know what they're doing. They didn't do anything. And the battery situation, he actually talked to the Cummins dealer up in De Pere where I got the batteries installed, and they said, yeah, they'll be under full warranty. This, you know, so I'm actually going to be picking up a load tomorrow up in Green Bay, so I'm going to swing in there and switch out these batteries. If anything, I'll just pull them out in the parking lot and switch them out. But now hopefully I can get them to take it to the shop because I don't have my tools in here. I took all my tools out because I didn't know if I'd be coming back to the truck, so I took everything out of the truck. I got to swing back by the house and throw all my tools and stuff back in Big Blue here. And I'm actually, one of the main goals I'm going to be doing when I get back home is to grab all my camera gear so that I can hook up all my multiple cameras. That's going to be one of my first goals here to get set back up at Big Blue is to get all my multiple cameras set up so I can do my side views and all that stuff, and in-camera, in-cab view, and the out-the-window view. I had it all set up. I purchased all this stuff. I planned on doing it. Then I wasn't happy here, but then I guaranteed I said I would give a year, so I was waiting for that year, and then it was getting close to that, and I was just like, you know, I'm not going to install all this stuff, then have to pull it all out. So I'm going to be hanging out here for a while, so I'm gonna put all that. That's going to be my first thing, is I want to get all my camera views set up to enhance this channel a little bit better. So there we go. It is Sunday, July 7th, my oldest daughter's birthday. So it's a great day. Well, welcome to Illinois. Traffic's been pretty horrible, actually. I think it's, I don't know, because I'm looking at the other side. The other side is backed up too, but it's actually flowing pretty good right now. It just started to, but it's been pretty much stop and go for quite a while. Mostly all campers and cars with, you know, stuff packed all in the top and everything, you know, people coming back from a camping weekend, I think, or something. I don't know why the other side is plugged up, but traffic's been pretty horrible for a Sunday, 1:30 in the afternoon. I was just thinking about this a little while ago too. I actually didn't even see fireworks this year. A lot of times I'm out driving and stuff, and I'll actually see fireworks like in a couple towns and stuff, you know, going off in the distance and everything. I didn't even see fireworks this year at all. I was pretty much buried myself in my daughter's bathroom on the 4th of July. And I did hear fireworks going off around the neighborhood where they live, but then I went to sleep kind of early. So I had to get up super early the next morning to try to get things done. But then even the day after, a lot of towns have them on the day after. You know, then I was on an airplane and stuff, so I didn't see a lot of fireworks. Didn't see any, actually. We are rolling along. We got 145 miles to go. Hey guys, we have made it to Wisconsin. Well, we're coming into Wisconsin. Scale is closed. There's an old cab over sitting in the scale house there. Wisconsin welcomes you. Recreation, industry, and agricultural. Got 65 miles to go to my destination. I am going to be stopping up here at the Pilot and going to be doing having a shower, and I'm going to look at their TVs they have. So I need a TV for this PlayStation. If I want to hook it up and play it at all, I'll have to have a TV. And it's just I'm gonna just go to Walmart and buy one. But the ones that they have at the Pilot and flying, you know, the truck stops, they have 12-volt power that you can run them on. So it's a little nicer in here that I don't have to, have an outlet over there. But I'm just gonna look at the price, and then I'd probably glance at the price at the ones at the Walmart, see what the difference is. If it's only like $30 or something, I'll probably just buy one at the truck stop. Hey guys, we are actually coming into Oconomowoc. A little lake over here, a lot of people out there playing around. I have no idea what the traffic jam is right here. A whole little traffic backup. On the other side, there's nothing. There's no lane merging in. There's nothing. Bottom of that hill, there's traffic is flowing fine. Hardly any traffic down there, but up here, who knows? But we're actually coming into Oconomowoc. I am not going to be pulling into the place, the Roundies. When I get off the exit up here, I'd be turning left to go into Roundies. It's right on the other side of the highway, but I'm actually going to turn right. And there's like a Quick Trip, and I think it's a Kmart or something. I don't know. There's like this little road. I've parked over here before. They don't want you to go in there before midnight, I think it is, or 11 o'clock, something like that. Why are we slowing down so much? We're down to 55 miles an hour here. 70 mile an hour zone. Yeah, right over here I'm gonna park. And I got a 3 a.m. appointment, so I'll probably go in there like 1:30, 2 o'clock or something like that. There's just really no reason to get up, go over there at 11 or midnight or something, and then sit there and wait for them to call me. So I will just go in there. Hey guys, we are sitting here in Oconomowoc. Just kind of waiting for the appointment and stuff. I'm actually going to shut it down. I'm actually going to wait and get a TV at like Walmart or Super Target or something like that. I started looking at them and stuff. I stopped at the Pilot and looked at them, and they're like, I think I can fit a 22 in here. And they were like $300 and some. And it's because they're AC/DC, and they also have a DVD player built in. Well, if I'm gonna have the PS4, I gotta have AC power anyways. So the DC thing doesn't really matter, because I'm gonna have to have AC power for the PS4. And then having the PS4 hooked up, I don't need a DVD player built in. So I mean, I can get them for like $100, $129 or something like that at Walmart or someplace. So I'm just gonna wait and stuff. And plus, I don't have my inverter back in here or nothing, so I didn't get it. But I was just kind of going through. I figured I'd just go through a few comments real quick. Let's see here. Philip, these are just recent stuff from like today and everything. Rick Phillips says chrome bumper would be awesome on that truck. Yeah, I think it would look good with a chrome bumper, but I'm not going to be buying one. That's a lot of money to be throwing a little added deal on here. If the boss wants to buy one, that's fine, but I'm not going to do it. Nabel Marshall, he says, Big Blue needs a front guard. No, I don't like those things. I don't hit stuff, so why do I need a big deer guard or something like that? Then you got to mess around with that stuff, and when you turn, it sticks it out farther. So I really don't think it needs one, so I wouldn't put one on, but let's see. A lot of people said congrats on my daughter with the wedding ring, you know, getting a proposal and stuff, being engaged now. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Paul Johnson asked, did the boss man fix all the issues? No, I've went over that before. They're not fixed. I'm actually going to be stopping up in Green Bay tomorrow, get the batteries fixed, and probably next time I get out to Frederick, get these tires fixed, and there's a couple other little things. Arthur Travolo says, this is just my opinion, Larry, but have you noticed as much as I have that today's customer service is now what it used to be? People seem to do as little as possible to earn their paycheck. Here, my opinion. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Customer service is terrible. I don't know what it is. You know, I don't want to be sitting here sounding like, oh, you know, in my day and stuff like that. You know, it is really bad. You go into places, you can't find anybody. They all hide. You do find some people, and there's like 2 or 3 people all standing together just talking to each other instead of actually going out and working in their area and taking care of people. Yeah, it is really bad. I used to own a Hobbytown USA, and that was the big thing, is I taught everyone who worked there, you know, to greet every single person that walked in the door. I taught them a little trick. I would tell them, you know, greet them as they come in the door, look at them, greet them, say hi, howdy, whatever you want to say, quick glance at them. You know, they say hi back, whatever. turn around, go back to doing what you're doing, and then picture what they look like. And then as they're walking in and you're coming by or whatever, look up at them and see if what you pictured was correct. And then I would always teach them, you know, then when you go and help them, then kind of relate, okay, they're into RC airplanes or they're into models or whatever, and try to relate that to them. I'm really terrible with names. It's really hard for me to remember names and everything, but I can remember faces and I can remember things about people and stuff. And I always taught people to do that, and people will come back in the store after I've talked to them the first time. They come back in 2 weeks, a month, or whatever, and they walk in the store, and I'd look at them and, hey, how you doing, buddy? And, hey, we got this new RC airplane in, you know, and they would think that I'm like their best friend, you know, that I remember them, and I know it's the thing I did that. It was called customer service. And, you know, people that worked there for me and stuff, they'd be like, oh, you know this guy? And I'm like, never met him my entire life, you know, he just came in here one time and I remember him. That's just the way it is, you know. And that's missing in customer service, yes. Carlos H, he says something about the gamer, you know, what's my go killing zombies with me. I said it before. I have set up an account. It's Long Haul Larry. Arthur Travolo, he says, you do more by 9 a.m. than most people do all day, including me. LOL. Yeah, I was pretty busy out there with my daughter and stuff. I didn't not even get a chance to even answer comments or emails or nothing. I had so many people saying, hey, you're in Florida, I want to meet and stuff. And I was like, I just don't even have time to mess around with this right now. And a lot of people were thinking I was probably still in Florida and I just wasn't answering back, but I was actually in Minnesota. And I actually didn't want to say, hey, I'm in Minnesota, because then I'd have a bunch of people saying in Minnesota, hey, you're in Minnesota, let's meet up. I just didn't have any time. I was nonstop, sun up till midnight every day, working and tearing this place apart. I didn't really video any of it. I was just focused on just getting the job done. I was trying to get as much done as possible before I left. And my daughter, I didn't vote a video or anything, but my daughter did send me a bunch of pictures of all the destruction and all that stuff, and then putting it back together. So I'll make a video, maybe my next one or something. I'll see if I can put those pictures onto something. Train Boy RR says, I like the air horns on the back of the truck. Do they work? This is from an older video. Yeah, they did work. They haven't worked for just a little bit. They were kind of falling apart and stuff. And when I bought them, the guy told me that straight out. He said the chrome ones are known to fall apart. They're just not very solid. He was actually trying to get me not to buy the chrome ones. He wanted me to buy the matte finish ones. And I think what I'm going to do is, I still have those, but the bells are missing and stuff. I think I might actually stop it by like a black matte finish ones or something. A little heavier duty set or something, put those on. Mike Harris says, hubcaps and nut covers are back on. You ready to do some trucking? Yeah, I put those on actually a couple weeks before I dropped the truck off. And Joshua Ellis says another thing about the chrome bumper would be good instead of touching it up, you goof. Yeah, I just don't feel like spending $500 on a bumper or $400 or whatever they are to put a chrome bumper on a T680. I'm not going to spend that much money to put this on his truck. This is not my truck. So if the boss wants to do it, that's up to him. Let's see. Tex Savage says, you certainly are setting a high standard with the Traeger. Good choice. He's talking about the grill that I bought my daughter and her husband. Yeah, they're good grills. I've the pellet grill. You guys always see JBG Travels. You know, he goes home and fires up his pellet grill. He talks all about his pellet grill. that actually came from me. He used to come to my house when I would do barbecue, and I had pellet grills and stuff, and he was always like, oh, what's this grill? And all this, and then he saw one of Menards and he picked it up. It's kind of got a generic brand and stuff, but yeah, the Traeger are pretty good. Another one are Green Mountain, I think they're called. Those are pretty good too. They work pretty good. And the one that I liked, that I used to have and stuff, kind of stayed at my house when I got divorced and stuff. And I heard she like pretty much gave it away. I think it was like $50 she sold this grill for. I was like, I couldn't believe it. But I used to have what was called a Louisiana grill, and it was all stainless steel and everything, a pellet grill, and this thing would go up to like 650, 700 degrees or something like that. Man, you flop a steak down there, you crank that thing up in hallway and high, you'd flop a steak down there, the steak would actually dance on it. It'd be so hot, and you could cook a steak like in a minute and a half on one side, flip it over, a minute and a half, pull it off. It was perfect, and it would be so juicy. It was because it would sear it so fast that the juices would stay inside him. It was really good. That was a nice grill, and the grill was like $3,000 or $4,000 grill. My ex, she sold for like $50 or something like that. Let's see. A lot of people saying that they're glad I'm still with ADL. I love it when people leave this comment. I get this every once in a while. John's been here before in his channel. Yeah, we pretty much go the same routes. So yeah, we probably do go to the same places, you know. Let's see. Ronald Bormaster says, question, how's the quit smoking coming? It's going good. It's going good and stuff. I will say that I have faltered. I am human. And when I was down in Florida and stuff like that, I actually did bum a cigarette off a couple people. And I had a few cigarettes and stuff. But then I was like, what am I doing and stuff. So it was all good and stuff. But yeah, it's still going on. And we're all good. We're still alive. Ronald Bormaster says, I think you convinced me not to fly Spirit. Yeah, he says he's not heard many good stories about him. Yeah, I've heard stuff too, and on the way back, my boss was telling me that he got stranded in Spirit in Chicago once. He flew to Chicago, and they did the same thing. Told him that he didn't have a flight on there, but he did have it booked on there, and he says they just think they just overbook, and then they go, oh, you don't have a flight. Jim Zimmerman says, did the boss get the dump valve hooked up? Nope, he didn't hook it up. And he asked about the cigarettes too. Just a lot of people. A lot of people saying this, glad I'm back and everything else. And Robert McIntosh says, wow, the prices on those wood art are insane. $16,000 for that chainsaw. That is crazy. But I tell you what, the detail on that thing was awesome. It was really cool. The only thing I could ever see him selling one of those would be like, still, you know, them putting it in their, you know, in their main lobby or something. I mean, that would be. I could see that, but yeah, I hear somebody else saying the same thing. If you bought one, you'd be the only one to have one, I think. BMV Travel says, I thought you were in Minnesota. Yeah, I was in Minnesota last week. I just didn't have time. I just didn't have time to to put out videos and all that other stuff. So I just kind of shot it all out yesterday. Talise Fox, he says, why is it the tools are so much money? What makes it that much money? It's just art, you know. And they go, I think I can get this much, you know. That's all it is. It's just a wooden piece of art that they made to look just like the replica and stuff. And some of them are pretty cool, I gotta say. But the money, it was like, wow, that's crazy stuff there. Just a lot of people saying they're glad I'm back and everything else. And Tennis Albert, he says, great to see you're back, mate. That Ram was mean truck. Mopar Bauer shorts and flip-flops. We call them jandals. Everyday wear in NZ. Yeah, that truck was a pretty cool truck, actually. I was having fun with it. The day after I got there, me and my daughter running around, and we were, you know, buying supplies and everything. And every stoplight I come up to, I'd just look at her and say, it's got a Hemi. I'd punch it and fly. And then one of the I was really funny. I was coming down onto Highway 35 in Minneapolis, or St. Paul. And I was coming down on the 35, and it was an on-ramp, and it had 2 lanes coming in, and it had those lights where it staggers, you know, or 2 lanes go on, and then it goes into one, merging onto the highway, and it has where it turns green, and then the right lane goes, and then it turns red, and then the left lane turns green. And it was so slow, so slow. And I was just like, my goodness, is the slowest one. And it took forever to get up there. And I got up to it. Finally got up to it, and I was sitting up there, and the light took forever to change. So I put my foot on the brake, and I looked at my daughter, and I looked at her, and I said, yep, it's got a Hemi. And I had my foot on the brake, and I just started pushing on the gas, and I sat there doing a brake stand, just spinning the tires. And the tires were woo, just howling like this. And she's like, oh my goodness, Dad, stop. And there's people all sitting around there, and then I let go of the brake. Excuse me. I let go of the brake when the light turned green. I just let go and punched it to the floor and just peeled out of there and went straight to the highway. She was over there. Those people sitting around are probably all staring. I said, I don't care. I don't live here. Well, I think I'm going to let you guys go. I will talk to you guys later. I hope everyone out there is having himself a great day, great night as they're watching this here video. And if you are not, well, let me try that all over again tomorrow. I will catch you guys later. Man, I have got some wounds all over me. All over me. I mean, just cuts and scrapes. Putting that bathtub in. Had my arm underneath there. And fiberglass was just cutting me all up. And stopped and took a shower in the south side of Milwaukee. And I was getting out the Neosporin and putting it all over it. I actually got this really bad burn right here on my arm. I was doing some soldering and a pipe straight up above me and under the floor. And a piece of solder fell down and went right on my arm. Just burned a big hole in there. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. When I held on my arm, my daughter was sitting there. And I said, pick it off. And she grabbed a chunk of solder and pulled it off my arm and burned right into it. So I got lots of nicks and scrapes going on here. But I'll make it. So I'll catch you guys later. See ya.